What's going on, people? Good people. I gotta go in again on this child support issue. And again, this is not an attack towards people who are being responsible. If you can't, rear your children as far as co-parent and take care of your children, things happen, right? And sometimes child support is used to, ensure that the needs of the kids are met financially, right? I'm not talking about, this is not for people who are responsible. This is not about disrespecting or criticizing responsible adults. This is for the men who are irresponsible. Rise above. Rise above. Does a car have more value than your own seeds, than your own children? I mean, really. Does it? No, it doesn't. But to you, it does. The level of selfish nature, it says a lot. It says a lot. It says a lot. So, what we do in life tends to come back to us. How we behave, how we treat people tends to come back. So if you have children and these children are neglected, these children are maltreated, abused, etc., etc., and you're fortunate enough to live a long life, you grow old, your children know of you and they grow older as well, become adults, perhaps become parents. You get to a stage where you're not working anymore, you can't work anymore, you're retired, whatever it is, your health might not be in the best state or condition. Your children will always remember how you made them feel growing up. They will always remember that. They will always remember that. And what they say, what's the say? What comes around goes around. What comes around goes around. And you know what's bad is a lot of times people, they say, I'm not going to be the ugly person that my father was, or the ugly person that my mother was, or the ugly people that my parents were. And if you're not careful, that's the the tendency to repeat the behaviors and the characteristics that you detest from your parents increase if you're not careful and if you're not aware of what you're doing and how you behave. You'll definitely mimic those negative behaviors if you're not careful. This is why how we behave, we have to be conscious in how we treat people, in how we treat other people, especially our children. We have to be conscious, we have to be aware, because the likelihood of history repeating itself is very, very high. The chances of you doing the same things that your father did or your mother did or both parents did to you that you did not like, the chances of you doing it to your own kids or doing it to others are high. It's just my opinion. You don't have to really... It's my opinion. I've been around the block for a little bit, and I see, and my opinion is also based on observations and what I've seen. It's based on actual events and what's taking place and what I know. So this is why I say men who are irresponsible. You know, people are watching. Your kids see. Your kids are watching you. They're watching your behaviors. You need to stand up already. You need to be responsible. You need to reclaim your right and your authority to be who you're obligated to be. You know, you shouldn't have to think in this term where you're babysitting your own children. How do you babysit your own children? I'm going to let you hold that bag for a minute and play with that bag and let it probably jog in your mind. Let that marinate for a second. A father who's claiming that he has to babysit his children. That's the epitome of irresponsibility. What do you think? Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm far-fetched. If I'm, just going, all the way left with it. If I'm off base with what I'm saying. Let me know. Right? Leave a comment. And we'll talk about it. But otherwise, my point will stand the same. I could hear opposing views. I know the system is not perfect. I know there's a lot of unfair practices that's going on with child support, and it's bigger than child support though. It's not just about child support, because at the bottom line is, who cares about the money? Where's your presence? Where's your presence as a man? Where's your presence? You can pay $100, $200, $1,000, $10,000, $100,000 a month, and it still does not equate to the value of your presence. Your being there. Your lack of presence is felt deep within the subconscious of your children. It resonates deep within their being, whether we like it or like to admit it or not. It's the truth. And they see it. They're living it. They're living this ugly truth and this ugly reality of their absentee father or their irresponsible father, willingly irresponsible. Because you have some fathers out here who make the conscious decision to say, no, I'm going to be absent. No, I'm going to be irresponsible. No, I'm not going to send any type of child support payment. No, I'm not going to be present in the lives of my kids. They're out there. And it's sad. It's disgusting. And you give hardworking, upstanding, strong, positive men an extremely poor image and bad name. It is what it is. It's just the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. To say that you and then you force you use finances as a tool to barter. That's the thing that just you use that as a tool to barter. Who gets hurt? To barter in exchange. Who gets hurt? Your kids. Your representation, your representatives of you. These children are of you. It's you and their mother who made them. They are of you. Your likeness. They suffer. Karma is real. What goes around comes right back around. For every action, there's a positive, there's an equal and opposite reaction. It is what it is. It is what it is. Leave a comment. Like, share, and subscribe to my posts if you like the content. And we'll keep pushing forward, because this is about pushing forward. It's about pushing forward, not backwards. Pushing forward. Learn from the mistakes. There are lessons in these mistakes. So it's an opportunity to learn. So in essence, you're not really losing, because when you're learning the lesson, so that when the issues come up again, you'll know how to deal, resolve, relate, and work through the problems. So you're constantly winning. You're learning about yourself. You're learning about dealing with issues when you're facing them. But when you're running away from your responsibilities, shirking your responsibilities, trust and believe, in the end, you're going to pay for it. You pay for it in one form or another. You pay for it. And then you're contributing. The problem is you're contributing to a vicious and ugly cycle. The irresponsible men. You're contributing to a vicious and ugly cycle. And hopefully your kids have enough support and wherewithal in life where they can walk their own journey and not duplicate the behaviors of irresponsibility. Hopefully that poor legacy that you're creating and leave behind ends with you. And they create a brighter future for themselves. It's the bottom line. Until you mend those relationships or make an effort to do it, if you put your best foot forward, hey, more power to you. But if you don't, what can I say? Like, share, and subscribe to my video. Be well.